Hi everyone, it's Kate from the Josephine and Jack project, and here are Jack and Josephine. We, as you can see, are joined by Christine Tyndale, and she's going to be doing some exercise with us. Through the next course of the few sessions, we're going to be looking at health, relaxation, fitness, and just how we can do these things while we're at home in lockdown. Me and Josephine and Jack have been having a little chat, and we've got a few questions for Christine, and we thought she could answer them for us today before we did any sort of exercises. So, hiya Christine.
Hiya, how are you all?
Good, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Thank you for agreeing to join us. Christine's been working with Jack and Josephine on past courses at different places, so we thought the best person to ask Christine was you. So we've got some questions for you to start with about how to stay healthy at home, and if we were going to do some exercises at home, like what would we do and how would we do it? Jack and Josephine yesterday talked to me and just said that they were a bit anxious about some things, so I thought, could I ask you now and you could answer them?
Yes, no problem.
So the first one, Josephine says she's not really got any gym equipment. She's got like loungewear and t-shirts, but she's got no, like, you know, what she sees people in the park with, like running gear or fancy t-shirts or like wristbands or even like little weights or anything. And she's a little bit anxious that that might be a problem to do the exercises at home.
I think loungewear is quite nice. All you need really is you need things that you're comfortable in and that are not too tight, and things that you can move in. Sometimes if you're a woman, you might need a bra that fits your breasts in, quite like a good fitting bra. Just because if you're jumping up and down, that might get uncomfortable. But apart from that, just a pair of normal trainers and jogging trousers and a t-shirt is absolutely fine. Those people that you see in the park with all the gear, they've just gone into a shop and decided that they want to look a certain way. You don't need it. When I first started running, I used to go out and I used to wear jogging trousers and a hoodie. And then if I couldn't run anymore, which I didn't quite often, everybody would just think I was out for a walk, and everyone was fine with that.
Does that help, Josephine? Yes, she says, she feels so much better now. That's great. Another question that we had was that Jack said sometimes, like, during lockdown, he's been getting up a bit later and his routine's changed a bit. So he wondered, like, normally if he were doing his Keep Fit class at his centre where he normally is, that'd be on a morning. Is there a best time to work out? Does he have to stick to mornings, or can he do these at a different time?
Everybody's different. Everybody is. So some people don't like working out at night. Some people love getting up at the crack of dawn and going out first thing. It's the great thing about exercise is it can fit round you and you don't fit round it. And sometimes if people do it so they fit their whole life around exercise, that's when it gets a bit boring. You're meant to have a life and enjoy, and it's meant to be fun. So if you just find 20 minutes, half an hour in your day, where you can fit it in, that's the best thing.
Fantastic. Oh, that's good to know. So maybe Josephine and Jack can do some stuff together as well. Josephine was worried because she'll not mind me saying this because she asked me to ask you, she can't really walk very far. She gets pains in her legs, and she's quite a fit person, but she struggles with her legs. But she does do an exercise class at her centre and does enjoy it, but is struggling to think about, like, how she can do these things at home. Does it matter that maybe she can't walk very far? I mean, she has been doing light exercise, like around the block, but she feels like she needs to do something a bit more. But having bad legs, is that an issue?
Not really. There's lots and lots of other things that we can do. And if you are getting out walking, that's really great, because getting fresh air and getting walking is really good for your joints and really good to keep your body moving, which is what we're looking for in lockdown. We're not really wanting people, we're not expecting people to start being able to run marathons and do extraordinary things. What we're looking for is just to be able to keep your body moving. We can do chair exercises, and we can do exercises in your house, and I can show you how to do them if you want.
Josephine says, yeah, that'd be really good. She says she'd love to do some chair exercises. That sounds fantastic. Yeah, well, we'll ask Christine if maybe the next session we can do that. And Jack had the last question. He said that after exercise, he always finds himself being like really hungry, like starving. And sometimes once he's done a session at his centre, it's normally like close to tea time. So like later he'll get home and then he'll have his tea. But is it an issue when maybe you're doing lighter exercise at home, eating after exercise? What's the best thing to do?
Well, eating and exercise is quite strange. So if you think of your body as a car engine, where your engine is your tummy, you wouldn't expect your car to run with no petrol in it. And you shouldn't expect your body to run with no food in it, which is your petrol. So the only things I'd say is, if you're eating beforehand, if you keep it light so it's not so heavy on your tummy, because that won't feel nice if you're jumping around. And then afterwards, if you have, sometimes our bodies tell us that they're hungry, and what they really are is thirsty. So what I do, especially if you've been jumping around and doing lots of exercise, is I'd make sure you had a drink of water first. And it might be just your body saying that you're thirsty and not that you're hungry. So I think that is alternatively the best drink for afterwards if you are hungry, but you don't want to have like your tea early or lunch early, is milk. Milk's really, really good for you.
Wow, well, I've learned something new. I didn't even know that. That's great. Well, we've got loads of milk, haven't we? Because we're lovers cuppers in this house. Well, that's all our questions, Christine. What I thought, if you guys at home, if you had any questions about exercising at home or during the lockdown, or while you're in isolation, if you've got any questions at all, if just put them in the comments below, then Christine can answer them and we'll get them done as quick as possible. And that'd be really good. But Christine, I was just thinking, for the next session, do you think you could do a bit of an exercise class with us?
Yeah, chair exercises.
Perfect, that sounds fantastic. Right then, well, thanks everyone for listening. I hope that answered a few questions. And like I say, if you've got any more, just put them in the comments below and we'll get back to them. All right then, thanks very much everyone. See you later.
Bye.